There's one aspect in the color analysis world that happens that is so fascinating to me, and that is when people get caught up in labels and lose sight of the goal of color analysis. So what is the goal of color analysis? So if you're signing up with a professional to get color analyzed or perhaps doing a self-analysis of some sort, your goal hopefully would be to leave that process knowing what your best colors are for hair, makeup, clothing, and accessory colors. In my mind, it doesn't really matter in the system you've chosen to sign up with what that name of that palette is in that system. You've left the appointment with your best colors. Such a great example of this is a client of mine posted recently a video where she shared her true summer result, and that result was cool-neutral undertone, and she was recommended to focus on the darker colors in the true summer palette. And another color analysis professional commented on that video saying, "Oh, I 100% believe you're a soft autumn. Those colors you're wearing in the video are soft autumn colors." But those were the colors that my client was told to wear. Those were the colors in the palette she received. So why does the label even matter? In my system, that palette was the true summer palette and focusing on the darker colors of the true summer palette. Even in the system that I use, which is the 16 seasonal system as defined by the AICI accredited International Image Institute, you'll go onto their product site, and I'll even get questions about this. There are only like 10 wallets, and really everything in color analysis to me maps back to the undertone value and intensity scale. And so every client of mine who leaves a color analysis service will receive customized mappings based on where they map to this scale, meaning their color palette recommendations and handheld purchase recommendations will always map to this scale. So for instance, somebody may receive a warm spring result from me, and they only be recommended to get the warm palette reference because of where their value and intensity fell on this scale. Or perhaps I may suggest in some cases they get a spring add-on card, but usually the spring add-on card won't be as best as the colors in the warm palette. So who cares what your wallet's called? Because it will contain your best colors. All this to say that it is always recommended, if you're color analyzed by a professional, to use the color analysis references of the system you were assessed within, and never try to map one color analysis palette from one system to another, because you will find differences. My advice as always would be to choose the system that you feel resonates with you, and research the training and experience of professionals in that system. Perhaps you'll want to look at client before and afters as well. Maybe I should start calling my true summer color analysis palette Carol Brailey Sparkle. Seriously though, what does it matter what I call this palette, so long as it contains my best colors? Yay to sparkling!